start it off by letting everybody know what your name is.
What's up, man? My name's Nicky Sirtann. I'm a Gilder Click representative, you know, Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, what are you working on right now? What do you got in the works?
Right now, you know, I'm working on the Prelude. You know, this first album of the Gilder Click. You know, the Gilder Click is in. That's with me, Nicky Sirtann, my cousin El Manor, D-Bish, you know what I mean, Dust Bischoff, and T-Boy. You know, we working on that. That's coming here, you know, probably mid-January. Well, mid-January, not probably, you know what I mean, bringing that to y'all mid-January. Pretty much.
Is that gonna be you guys' first release as a group, or
yeah, that's our first.
Are y'all a group, or are you just kind of like a you know what I mean? Like
yeah, good, you know, good question. You know, everybody, you know, people hear McGillis Click, you know, you hear Click, you know, we all our own capos, we all our own bosses. You know what I'm saying? We all got our own, you know what I mean, structure of what we trying to do and what we trying to go. So we move as a whole. You know, it's a family-oriented gang, so. You know, we playing together, you know, we move hard, you know, McGillis Click is a group, but we all our own individuals, so that can be expected, you know, each of us having our solo projects, you know, each of us starting our own threads and doing our own thing, but it's all coming from.
So if people want to go hear that or watch it, where can they go see it at?
I'll go check that out on that Vimeo, you know, that's V-I-M-E-O.
I think it's on YouTube right now too, so they can check it out on YouTube.
Oh yeah, y'all can go on YouTube too, check that out, you know. You know, you see cop on Facebook, you know, you catch a link on there, click on it, check it out, in the comments, you know. Check that out.
Alright, when the album does drop, where can people go get it at? Can you get it in the stores, the internet?
Oh, you can get it in the stores, you know, I mean, Streetside Records, you're gonna be over there, you're gonna hit 7 Heaven, out on Truce, and you're gonna hit it in Sedalia. And if you see a McGillis Click representative near you, we can get it to you out the trunk too. So,
okay.
I mean?
Alright, you as a solo artist, like what kind of image are you trying to get out there? Like what lane are you riding in right now? Like, you know what I mean? What you trying to put across in your music?
Basically, you know, everybody, you know, got a little, you know, street side to it and all that, you know, but everybody's following that avenue. You know, I'm giving, you know, it's in my music because that's where I come from, but at the same time, like I've been there, I'm trying to get, you know, to the next stage of life, you know what I'm saying? So I basically come, like, you know, from poverty, what I've been through, what I'm going through, you know, it really ain't no how I come run, kill your mama and that type of stuff. It's some street shit, it's some, you know, some of that talk for you, some, you know, real loud music, you know, it's real relevant, you know what I mean, listening, so, I mean, it's just real talk, you know, I'm just trying to deliver how you want, you know, things that you repeat in your life, you know what I'm saying, to get you by, you know what I mean, I'm rapping about that, you know? So y'all getting through it, going through it, and getting through it, you know?
Yeah, I hear that. Shit, we hear you out here doing hella shows too, man. You got any shows coming up that people can catch you at?
Oh yeah, we did one in Uptown, like 2 months ago. We got another one coming January 17th, if not the 15th, you know. Don't get me wrong, it might up at Uptown again. So, you know, be checking out that. We got one over here at the US Guards, it's right over in Kansas. I ain't for sure, but I'm gonna get that information. Y'all gonna catch them flyers and y'all have that information, direct information.
Now everybody pretty much knows and heard of Tech Nine by now. But as far as like the other artists that's coming out of Kansas City, what do you feel about the scene and the movement and how shit been going, you know, aside from Tech Nine, since people already obviously know where he's at in his career?
You know, for a long time, you know, a lot of people been asleep on Kansas City. I mean, we got raw, I mean, when I say raw talent, man, you know, I mean, we got raw talent, you know, produce section in Kansas City. I mean, for the Bristol Factor, you know, and his camp in that far, you know, thumbs up to them because they've been riding it out, putting us on the map. We got the, don't let me forget about Ron, Real Blow, Peter Thief, you know what I mean? That's my folks, you know, that's my dude. Dante Slusher, my folk Pete Sensei. my dude Feezy, like I was, you know, I was
Shout out to Feezy, man.
Shout out to my dude. Let me see, you got, I mean, it's a mean roster down here. We got talent. My dude Majesty, you know what I mean? My dude Legion. I mean, it's a raw camp down here in Kansas City.
All right, now on the other side of that, okay, you told us how you feel about the artists in Kansas City. What you think about the fans? Like, how do they react? How they reacting to the shit? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like, you know, the fans, cause you know, a lot of people see, you know, pretty much, you know, grow up with you and see you do things. But as far as like really trying to get you out there, you really. I mean, y'all gotta hop on that net, really, you know, really show love, like as if we was a Jay-Z or if we was a, you know, cause we trying to get there, you know, and the real folks ain't gonna leave none of the people behind us helping us get there, cause you know, in Kansas City we don't call them fans, we call them fam, cause you know, it's just like family, you know what I mean? We like that move together, you know what I mean? We don't, you know, there ain't no fans down here, we say fam, you know what I mean? So, I mean, we just oriented down here, so you know, as far as on that level, you know, I feel like, you know, we got a good buzz as far as people, you know, trying to make sure they network with everybody, get out, make sure they, you know.
So definitely your shit, you know what I mean, your shit knocking, your music's good, the fans gonna go out and support you, they gonna buy it. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, off tops, you know, because I'm going through what you going through, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm getting through that. You know?
I mean, I'm gonna just speak for myself. Like, I don't know if a lot of people know it or not, but you know, Kansas City does got loyal music fans. I seen it firsthand, just being you know, being an artist from another state and seeing how the people react to the music. You know, Kansas City does show loyalty to the artists that's actually got talent from the state, and that's what's up.
Yeah, off top, but you know, and then we got now a lot of negative vibe too, because a lot of the music, you know, everybody's hopping in the rap game, you know. Everybody ain't a rapper. Most people just a bunch of shit talkers, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, you gotta really listen to what somebody's saying, you know what I mean? Everybody in Kansas City ain't on no gun clapping, funking, you know, coming through, you know what I mean? All that, you know, some people really got something to say. Like McGilla Click and, you know, so forth and so on, you know. We got a mean roster, you know what I mean? I left some of the people out of McGilla Click, like my peep Scanner Man, Lynn Reed. I mean, we got a roster, bro. I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, like I say, it's relevant shit, you know what I mean? They only hear so much, but, you know, a lot of people can get overlooked just by some of the shit that they hear from other people, you know, so. I ain't gonna say no names, but all that bullshit that goes on, all that block shit, you know, it kind of fucks up the talent, the raw talent that we do have out here.
You got anything else you want to tell your fans and the people that might not have heard of you, you know, about anything you got going on or yourself before the end?
Oh yeah, man. I want to tell y'all, man, look out for, you know, not only me, you know what I mean, just Kansas City, period. You know what I mean? Look out for Kansas City. Look out for McGilla Click. You know what I mean? Nicky Sirtann and the squad. You know what I mean? My fam. You know what I'm saying? Run with us. You know what I mean? Get us out there. And we fucking with y'all, you know what I mean? Because, you know, we pushing our line, we out here trying to do this thing, keeping it lit, you know, we left for the town, we from the home team, you know what I mean? You support your team players, you know what I'm saying? So, it's like, yo, grab that, kill the clip, that prelude, you know what I mean? Anything anybody I done told you about, don't cop that, man, it's good listening to that, man, you know what I'm saying? It's real shit. We out here, we gonna be out here, it's 2010 until, you know what I'm saying? Pushing our line, go hard, you know what I'm saying? When the tough get going, go harder with it.